Hi everybody, welcome. I'm doing a collective reading this afternoon. I was curious to pick up on the energies that are cooking in the ether at the moment. What is actually shaping? There are many unfortunate and very sad events going on globally. Hopefully your individual lives are more peaceful, harmonious and loving and safe. But let's see what is actually happening. We have material harvest. Something is coming to fruition for you, something that you've worked hard on. I think that you've put in a lot of time, a lot of investment in terms of your own energy, your time, your abilities, competences, resources, all of that. I'm saying this because it feels like as much as you're receiving all of these things that are shown here, you've also put in all of these particular, I have the word assets. So you've put those to contribution when it comes to creating something that is now, that you're now experiencing as a culmination. It's time to reap your rewards. Let's see what else. Truth and fairness. So it's like saying you deserve this. It is in alignment. It is aligned with your own truth. It is something that feels here fair in the sense that you get a just. So what I was saying about what you're putting in and what you're receiving in return, so that matches up basically. So all of the efforts, the time, the energy you've put in and everything else that you've put in different forms is kind of being returned back. Yet maybe it takes a different shape. It definitely takes a different shape. It takes the shape of an opportunity, either to study, to delve deeper into something, to be signing a contract here, an agreement, you know, having applied for maybe a position, a job, whatever that is for you, and having a notice, receiving written notice that it works out. But it feels like you've had to prove yourself. So the decision is being rendered with the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yet it also tells me that, you know, that form that it takes that is definitely different than what you've actually created, like the way you went about creating that for yourself. The way it comes back to you shows up in a different way, and I think it shows up in a very different way than you anticipated. I really think you had a particular vision of what it would look like, feel like, and yet I think it's going to be experienced very differently, radically differently from what you thought. Yeah, the Magician is in the reverse. It's like again, it's showing up like an illusion, or not that it wouldn't be true, because we do have truth and fairness up here, but it does show up distorted. Yeah, that's the best word, like or I mean, we could just stick to the idea that it's not coming up in the form that you thought. It has an element of trickery. I'm sorry to bring that up. Like, I really needed to think about this, how I was going to say it to you, but it feels like you're being slightly cheated on something. There's a little sway. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure what it is. Let's keep pulling. What is this distortion? The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, so something is not as favorable as you anticipated. Same idea keeps repeating about it's not exactly what you thought, hoped for, and planned for. The Strength. It's a positive energy in this case. It's like you have the strength of character to face that change, or either it's a non-change, something that is not evolving, either at the pace that you want it to. It has a lot of restraint attached to it, but yet it feels like you're accepting it in a very noble, dignified manner. You're able to sustain, like hold your position, show your strength of character. There's a little bit of an idea here that if something is not like really going in the way, in the right direction for you, let's say, maybe you have, a form of strength here where you're able to, okay, it comes in funny because it's almost like you're wanting to slow down the movement, right? Restraint is how you hold back from maybe being angry or having a negative response or a strong reaction that would be maybe out of character. Yet it also feels like you're trying to move this wheel, like counter the forces, or Three of Pentacles in the reverse. it feels like what is slowing you down is, it feels like other people are slow as well around you, or slower than you. They're not taking action. Let's say they're not taking initiative. I'm hearing a show of strength. So it's like someone is demonstrating their strength and people are holding back around them. They're holding themselves back from jumping in the arena, if you want. They're not going to try to deal with this, I guess, very strong contestant, opponent, whatever you want to put it, however it resonates for you. Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, which is truth again coming out. So there was definitely a lot of talks about creating stability. Potentially something related to your home, your foundation, as being part of the harvest that you are, I want to say, collecting. And on the other side is the Five of Swords with the Star in the reverse. Both are in the reverse. Again, it's this energy of not wanting to be part of a fight, avoiding it at all costs, because you know that it won't turn out well for you. Star in the reverse. Let me pull a card here on the Strength, which I also believe is fairly a fairly positive energy to a degree. Nine of Wands with the High Priest. Strength lies in being restrained, holding yourself back, showing tact and diplomacy, and also some form of resilience and stubbornness, basically holding being steadfast about your opinions and decisions. Related to how you protect yourself. It feels like you're really putting up a fight, or you have to fight back. Growth, which is the material harvest. What is this energy? I told you there was like a little bit of trickery, right? It's like someone is fighting for what they've achieved, for what they've built. They're feeling the need to protect it. But they also feel the need to influence it. Okay, let me recap and see if this makes any sense, because at this point, it almost feels like it feels messy. So you've worked really, really hard at something. You are reaping your rewards. You are being presented with an offer, something that is enabling you to grow. It's aligned with your truth. It feels well-deserved, and it feels also a positive retribution, so to speak, for all of your efforts and hard work. Yet it shows up in a manner that is different from what you expected. You were hoping to consolidate something, stabilize something, create a better communication, yet you're faced with a situation that stops you in your tracks, and you're feeling quite a lot of resistance from your environment and others around you. You're having to be strong and show restraint and strength of character when it comes to upholding your position, opinions, ideas, even values, principles. You're defending those greatly, and yet you also feel hurt because you're being challenged, particularly at that level, like at your core, right? At what you believe in the most. It's like a test of faith as well. You're choosing sort of to show restraint, yes, but you're also picking your battles, and this one you're not wanting to fight this battle, yet you kind of have to, or at least you have to defend your position. So it does feel like you have to sort of battle something, someone, people, situations, something about the situation that is very how can I put it? Whatever that energy is, it comes through as almost negative with the Magician in the reverse. It comes through as doesn't come from where you expected it to come from. It comes from someone you didn't think it would come from. It makes you vulnerable with the Star in the reverse, and yet It feels very karmic because of the Wheel of Fortune that is here. And the Truth and Fairness card here reminds me of the Justice energy. And the Ace of Swords up here shows me like it's something that is kind of showing up as unavoidable. I'm not sure if this makes sense to anybody. But there's something or someone here that is not showing every facet of themselves, let's say. And I wouldn't want to go as far as they're lying, but they're definitely lying by omission, right? Keeping something from being seen or covering it up, kind of. I'm going to end the reading here. I don't want to pull any more cards. It's a strange energy. So besides the recap, I'm not sure what it really is trying to say. It feels like it's describing obviously a situation, but I'm not sure how it could really translate. That's what I mean. Like in someone's life, right? In terms of occurrences, events, and everything. Anyways, if you resonate, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not. It doesn't feel like a very easy situation. It feels like you have some sort of, I guess, strength. You're in a position where you're sort of being placed at an advantage, and yet that is being greatly challenged. I guess that's what's really popping out. And it comes from someone that you wouldn't expect. And it creates something that you didn't foresee, or that you didn't, it doesn't necessarily turn out the way you thought it would. Yet it doesn't feel fully negative. That's what's odd about it. Because I think that you're sort of removing yourself, protecting yourself, holding back, choosing your battles. It's kind of being, it's your way of outsmarting this, or, you know. Anyways, that's the best way I can describe it. Thank you, guys. Let me know what you think if ever there's anything that pops up for you. Take care.